but it was under 50% capacity. There's no one in the upper bowl, and it's half empty the other.
That is crazy as hell. I mean,
after her first game of the season, Angel Reese is having a complete breakdown, and to be honest, it's embarrassing from a distance.
6,373 people.
In a venue designed to accommodate more than 13,000 spectators additionally, tickets were less expensive than a pack of gum, and not even half the seats were occupied. Sadly, Reese, what's the justification?
Pulling up to games, we got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like just because of one single game.
Angel Reese has never held back when referring to herself as a women's basketball game changer. She is brave, self-assured, and unafraid to share her knowledge with the world.
Well, it's not just because of one person, it's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
That one of her most well-known quotes were following women's basketball for more reasons than just one person. I'm also involved. Those remarks caused a stir. They generated discussion and attention, but they also raised the bar for the kind of impact and influence she claimed to have. The question now is if the data supports her claims.
Head coach Tyler Marsh is busy installing a different vision for Chicago's offense. This guy planned to use second-year power forward Angel Reese much differently than how she was deployed in her rookie season.
Time travel to her eagerly awaited homecoming game, yes. We are discussing her 2025 debut game. With a packed arena, thousands of enthusiastic spectators, and indisputable evidence that she was the IT player she claimed to be, this was meant to be the moment when Angel Reese cemented her position as the sports spokesperson. However, the anticipation didn't quite match the reality.
So I think it's time to finally, end the argument. End the argument that there is any sort of, other needle mover.
Movers, only 6,300 of the 13,015 seats at the LSU arena were occupied. Yes, you heard correctly. The arena was only half full, and this wasn't just ordinary game. Her game was meant to be this.
That is even remotely close to Caitlin Clark.
Let's examine Caitlin Clark, the undisputed trailblazer in women's basketball, to put this into perspective.
They got to put black tarps over it. Look at that! Look at that!
Everywhere she goes, Clark has been packed venues, frequently forcing venue alterations to meet demand.
And we know she can hit layups. We've seen them. We've seen them over and over. I've seen plenty of videos.
Fans can't get enough of her, whether it's her incredible enthusiasm on the floor or her jaw-dropping three-pointers. She creates moments that people want to see live in addition to selling tickets.
And just looking at that, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball.
The difference with Angel Reese couldn't have been more striking. Reese was unable to get her home crowd to fill the seats despite having a large following on social media and a solid reputation.
Chicago Sky go into LSU, the home court of Angel Reese. Man, it's going to be lit. It's going to be lit.
And this isn't meant to minimize her abilities. Reese is unquestionably a fantastic player, but Clark is unmatched at attracting large audiences and advancing the sport. Hailey Van Lith, another well-known figure in women's basketball, hasn't been able to match Clark's star power, making Clark the Real standout in the sport.
In case you were wondering, I did do the math. How many seats were actually left last night? Over 6,800.
Let's briefly discuss LSU's arena, a magnificent, gleaming venue that can accommodate 13,215 yelling supporters, the sort of venue that ought to be jam-packed, particularly for a homecoming game that stars none other than Angel Reese, the self-described game changer in women's basketball.
In a 13,000 capacity arena, there was over 6,800 seats still available, and some people were saying, by the way, that literally there were some $15 tickets out there.
Here's the story twist, though. Not only was the turnout disappointing, it was humiliating. Just 6,300 people arrived, which is less than half of the capacity of the venue. The arena most likely would have sighed in disappointment if it had a soul.
Angel Reese, going home to her alma mater, LSU, plays against the Brazilian national team in front of 6,373 people.
Not to mention the cost of the tickets. Only $15 these days. That is actually less expensive than a combo meal at the majority of fast food restaurants. You would think that for the cost of a burger and fries, people would swarm to see greatness, but apparently not. Attendance has increased even for LSU's normal games, which don't have the drama, anticipation, or Angel's homecoming story. You know something's wrong when your big return draws fewer people than a mid-season nap. Angel Reese is used to being the center of attention. She has millions of Instagram and other social media followers, and each post, each story, and each snarky retort receives attention. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, though. When it came time to make an in-person appearance, where were all of those devoted followers? Angel's online fan following appears to be excellent at like pictures, but not so good at actually purchasing tickets.
I wonder how her fans are going to feel about that. If she's further away from the basket, that doesn't mean there's going to be a lot of, or as many, I would believe, offensive rebound opportunities.
Participation on social media is one thing. Selfies and TikTok dances are popular, but they don't always result in true enthusiasm. All the fire emojis in the world won't make up for rows of empty seats at the game, and the seats don't fill themselves. IT poses a challenging query. Is Angel's reputation as an influencer or her basketball prowess more well-known? Angel definitely doesn't want to hear this narrative, but the numbers don't lie.
Look, the WNBA still got problems. They got problems over and beyond one player. I don't know what they do about it.
Additionally, this is a larger problem with the social networking era rather than just an Angel Reese issue. Although followers are valuable, they don't cover the expenses. Real-world impact indicates that individuals are prepared to spend money, time, and leave their homes, and as of right now, Angel's followers don't appear to be making that leap.
Angel Reese versus the Brazilian national team, the Chicago Sky, against that team at LSU, and now we get word from the coach that Angel Reese is going to have a modified role.
The drama didn't stop with the final bell, so let's move on to what transpired after the game. Angel Reese has consistently played the victim-villain role, emphasizing how misunderstood and harshly treated she is while also boosting her self-esteem. This time, the delicate balancing act went wrong.
New head coach Tyler Marsh is busy installing a different vision for Chicago's offense.
Angel didn't precisely take responsibility for the attendance debacle. Instead, she fabricated it. After the game, her remark changed the subject, raising the possibility that someone else was to blame for the lack of support. The system, or any other convenient target that fits the storyline, are her critics and adversaries. The T was a traditional move. Distract, deflect, and refuse.
Look at that. I noticed it right off the bat. Look, number one, look at all the purple seats down here in this lower bowl section. And then the entire top bowl, forget about it.
We have previously observed a discrepancy between perception and reality, particularly in the realms of influencers and athletes. Many well-known people have made the same mistake and created an image that isn't very resilient to criticism. Confidence is one thing, but when the facts reveal otherwise, the fractures begin to appear.
Stop the whole, there's more than one needle mover as far as attendance goes as an individual.
Angel's breakdown may have been an attempt to control the narrative, but it also brought attention to the discrepancy between her public image and reality. Her confidence is unquestionable, but eventually it must be supported by evidence. Excuses and empty chairs don't exactly shout game changer.